Why is it so important to save and invest for retirement? Why can't we just put that off until next year or the year after or 5 years later or 10 years? People kind of just don't want to think about retirement right now, especially if they are younger or even sometimes in their 30s or 40s. I want to share 4 key points with you on why it is important to save and invest for retirement. I am Tiffany Thomas, a financially free millionaire. If you're looking to become one of those, make sure and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we are going to dive right in. All right, point number 1 that I want to share with you on why it is important to save and invest for retirement is so that we are not a burden on anyone else. If we have saved and invested our money, then we are able to take care of ourselves in retirement. We don't have to have our children taking care of us or paying for our health insurance or any medical bills that we might have or other expenses that come up. If we have saved and invested our money for retirement in particular, then we are not going to be causing stress on other people that care about us, because of course our kids are going to want to help us. They're going to want to try to take care of us. But that may mean that they are stretching their income very, very thin by having to take care of us. So if we are able to save our own money and invest that for retirement, they won't have to worry about taking care of us financially, which will take a really big burden off of them. And our kids may not even be able to afford to help us out. And we might have to look for our spouse to do that. And if neither of us have been saving for retirement, that is going to be really, really difficult. So honestly, we just don't want to be a burden on someone else. And you may be thinking, well, I really love to work. I'm going to work until I die pretty much. But that may not be the case. When we get older, our health can really go downhill. And just to give you a personal example, and not to bring up something sad, but my uncle recently passed away and he had Alzheimer's for the past few years. And my aunt has been taking care of him, and it is taking care of him 24/7. So if she had to work in order to bring in money, that would not have worked, because she was honestly spending all of her time taking care of my uncle. And if he had decided that he wasn't going to save for retirement and was just going to work up until he died, there's no way he would have been able to hold down a job while he was in that certain condition. So while it's nice we think that we love what we're doing and that we're going to work until we actually die, that's really not physically possible for most people. I'm really, really grateful that my aunt and uncle had a retirement savings. They were prepared. They weren't working. They were retired, and they were able to spend more time with their children and their grandchildren and spend time on projects and hobbies. And my uncle was really willing to serve everybody. And he had a lot of great handyman skills. So a lot of his neighbors were really appreciative that he would come over and help them with different projects that they had at their house, whether it was fixing a roof or installing a new door or whatever it might be. They had time to spend with others doing what they wanted to, instead of being stressed and constantly worrying if they had enough money to retire, which is actually point number 2. If we are able to save and invest our money for retirement, we are going to have that peace of mind. We are not going to have to be stressed about money all of the time. And this kind of goes along with what I was just talking about. When we have that peace of mind, we have that freedom to live the lifestyle that we want to. So if we want to be spending more time with our grandkids, we can do that. Or if we want to travel, we can definitely take a vacation to Italy or to Hawaii. Or for me personally, being retired, I like spending time on growing my business and helping all of you be better with money and learn to invest it. It's not that we have to quit working when we have our retirement number. We can continue to work if we want to, but we will not have that stress. We will have that peace of mind that we are taken care of, so that if we no longer can work, then we still have money coming in because we've invested for our retirement years. And then reason number 3 that I want to bring up on why it is important to save and invest our money for retirement is so that we can help others if we need to, especially financially. When we have taken care of our own retirement, then we're able to help other people. But if we aren't in that situation, if we aren't already taking care of ourselves, then we are not going to be able to help our kids or our grandkids or just other members of our community or even those in our church. Or we won't be able to donate to the causes that we believe in. It's really nice having that reassurance that we are taking care of ourselves and that we have the flexibility to help other people. And for me personally, right now, my parents are aging, and if they didn't have their retirement fund set up, then I would be in a situation where I could help them if I needed to. So the earlier that we can save and invest our money for retirement, the better off we are going to be, and the better off those around us are going to be, because we will be able to help them if we need to, or even if we just want to. And if we do have kids, then we can definitely invest in their education, help them to get further along in life without having a financial burden. Comment below and tell me if one of these reasons is resonating with you on why we should be investing and saving our money for retirement. And before I get into point number 4, I want to share, if you don't know how to invest for retirement, you have money coming in, but you're just not sure how to invest, I have a free Facebook group that I have set up. It's called Investors to 7 Figures. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that to join my free Facebook group. And also, I have a little surprise for you. I'm going to add a few extra reasons after reason number 4, just very quickly to help incentivize you even more to get your money invested for retirement. All right, reason number 4 that I want to bring up on why is it important to save and invest our money for retirement now. I'm adding that on the end. And it's because we want to take advantage of compound interest as soon as possible. The earlier we invest our money, the more money we are going to have because of compound interest. So the less money we will be investing ourselves, because the money that we've already invested as early as possible will be gaining compound interest over time. If we can start investing our money as soon as possible, we are going to make a lot more money without investing a lot more money. And I'm just going to share a couple of examples with you. You can see on these examples that green area is compound interest. So the more that we can invest in the beginning, the more we can take advantage of compound interest. All right, and let me just share a few bonus reasons that I promised you before. One is that you are going to have a happier marriage if you are married, or a happier single life if you're still single, because you are not going to be stressed about money. And if you are investing for retirement right now, that is giving you a big picture view. So you're really able to think more long term with your spending habits, which makes a big difference right now. If you know that you want to retire and you have a certain amount that you want to retire with, then you are going to be thinking about that amount. And when you are tempted to spend money, you are going to spend less money on things that are not really going to make you money or bring you a lot of joy. Also, when we do get older, if we know that we are taken care of financially, that is going to help us have better health because we are not going to be stressed about the finances. Also, if we lose our job or we are no longer able to work, it's not quite as scary because we know that we have been building up that retirement fund. And then the last reason, and I kind of brought this up before, but we can really give to the causes that we believe in. We can be charitable because we know that we are taken care of financially. Comment below and tell me if you are going to get started investing right now. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.